Okay, so let me get this straight. Most people understand you're joking, right? So do you think you deserve the hate from the H3 crew and their fans that you get? Because I am a fan of H3, and I do know that they're pretty hard on you, Jimmy. Do you think you deserve that?
Well, I think some of the people like Dan, his producer, they don't understand that I'm a character and
Well,
I have a big heart and I have a lot of love. But the problem is people that don't know me, they don't get that. So they get offended easy. So what you have to understand with me is when I go on the street and do comedy, it's for fun, to laugh at ourselves and have fun. And if people accept that in that manner, I'm grateful. I tell people if they don't accept it, to fly United Airline. You ever fly United Air, John?
no.
I flew on flight 5050 to Las Vegas 2 weeks ago. I told the guy I didn't like the odds on that.
You know what? I'm getting a lot of comments here. This is good. People say they don't understand you, Jimmy. Someone just said real H3 fans love Jimmy. So, I mean, there's some pushback here. So, most of all, Dan. Yeah, I mean, so listen, Jimmy, I'm going to say this to you. As crude and maybe off-putting as some of your jokes are, I don't think you're a bad guy. I would never, presume to say stuff to you like Dan does, where he actually seems to think, you're a bad guy. What do you have to say to that?
Well, Dan, I don't think, instead of kidding around and making fun of him and being stupid, I don't think Dan understands. I said this when I sat in as a co-host. He doesn't understand. Look, I'm a real person. We're doing a documentary with a guy out of Cleveland in a couple of months, Mike. And the purpose of that is to shed insight into that I'm a real person with a family. I have a job. People know me when I was a kid as a normal guy.
Yeah.
And to juxtapose that with the character and call that TV documentary a middle age crisis, which will be a little compelling for people to realize, hey, Jimmy Lee, the character, is actually a real person. It's a good guy, has a family, and has a normal life.
Yeah.
And then when they tie the character, and it makes it more compelling. I think what Dan misses is he thinks like I'm really like, if I'm racial or insult a black guy or a Spanish person, that's how I really am. No. Don Rickles did this years ago when the climate was better and it was fine. Well, I have to prove to people that you have to still have this kind of comedy out. And you have to keep this kind of comedy alive, and you have to be politically correct, and you got to be around the edges.
Think about it like this. When Don Rickles was doing his thing, times were tough. And I think times are tough right now. And when you got tough times, you need tough comedy. So I actually think even if you're not doing a character, bro, I don't think you're a bad guy. You just make some shitty jokes sometimes. I have lots of friends. I don't think you should be vilified as much. Have you been pushed? Have you been pushed by H3 to pursue your comedy? I'm just curious. Are you still doing dentistry at all? Or no?
Oh, yeah. I have a career and I own multiple dental offices. I'm not making any money in entertainment. I'm having fun because it's a passion. So I have my career.
That's good.
And lately, John, what we do is we go on Fridays to New York with a social media crew, and we film, and we're picking up a lot of viral content and a lot of more fans and a lot of more people recognizing me. And people come up to me in New York a lot, and they say, you got the worst jokes, quit. I'm only joking.
All right. I don't know. Shit, man.
No, New York people get me. They get me more than the people in LA. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, someone just said hard times create strong hairlines, Jimmy. And I think that's pretty accurate.
Hairlines and the jokes, they're both receding right now. That's why we have to put the spray hairline in on Fridays and the leather coat and all that to cover up. It's called a cover up.
Can I ask you something, Jimmy, now? I'm going to switch it a little bit just so you understand. I worry about you, Jimmy, okay? Because how many followers do you have on Instagram? 500,000.
We're over 500,000 followers.
Right.
Our YouTube videos are popping. They're getting 50, 60,000 views. And we're getting known a lot more. I mean, we're getting known, when we're in New York, a lot more people know me. I go in Little Italy. Just a lot more known because we're doing it more and we're picking up more steam on social media.
Great. But Jimmy, do you understand that when you have 500,000 followers on Instagram, you should be getting far more interaction on your posts? Some of your posts only have 2 likes.
I agree with that. And we get a lot of likes and we don't get too many comments. I know that. Understand,
Jimmy, is you're being fleeced. Someone is buying, one of your managers is taking money from you, buying followers, but these are just robot followers.
That's what Zach said. Zach said that.
Not real. They're not real people. They add nothing to you. So just be careful. I would just say I worry that you're getting kind of run through the ringer here, Jimmy, as they used to say.
Right.
And so just the YouTube videos, that's very interesting. If you're clocking 50K views on there, you're actually doing something there. That could be good.
Good. The weird thing on YouTube I don't get is I have the same amount of subscribers, but my videos always get good views. But my subscribers, they've been like 75,000, which is a lot. But I don't seem to get more. I get them a little bit or I don't get them, but I always get nice views. But our also video production's going way up with the, we hired also a post-production person. So if you watch the videos like from this year, last year, they're way better and they're shorter. So there's more engagement.
Well, you know what? I didn't know you had a YouTube poppin', brother. I will check it out and I'll get back on what I think on that. I got 2 more questions for you, 2 or 3. How's that sound, buddy?
How about 4?
Okay. Well, listen.
And by the way, John, could you do me a favor?
What's up?
Don't point your beard at me. It may go off.
Hey, man, I can't help where this thing points, brother. You know what it is.
I mean, is that a beard, John, or you're sticking your head under your armpit?
Well, it depends how.
And John,
you can tell.
give the people in Bethlehem my best.
This guy don't stop. Okay. So
wait a minute, John. I had 3 ladies pounding at my bedroom door. Guess what I did, John?
What'd you do?
I finally let them out.
Jesus Christ.
What? Sweat me, you sons of bitch.
That joke.
Oh, here she is. What's her name? She ran right the hell out, that son's a bitch. Get her back.
Jimmy, let me ask you this. Do you think H3 you as a prop and disregards your well-being?
Somewhat.
Yeah, me too. So I hope they're not leading you down a path to bankruptcy. Like the main thing I wanted you to know today, Jimmy, is that there's something going on with the Instagram. Don't let them buy any more fucking fake followers.
I'm going to talk to Mason today about what you said.
Sorry, what's that, Jim?
I'm going to talk to my guy today about what you said when we hang up.
Yeah, you tell him, look, and at 500,000, I mean, you don't need to buy any more at that point. You've got more than enough. I mean, shit, you've got, double what I've got. But having said that, mine are all real people. Like we have, you'll see something. So I have about 200,000 followers, Jimmy. My posts get minimum 2,000 likes, hundreds of comments. And that's
you get hundreds of comments. I don't get that many comments.
Yeah. Well, it's because they're all robots.
I see. Okay. So I got to call Mason.
So one last question.
Yeah.
Do you think I could take AB? Because he looks soft as hell.
You could. Well, did he win yesterday or lose?
Oh, did he fight yesterday? I actually didn't even realize. Let's see. Let's look it up real quick.
We put a post up. Mason put a post up, but I didn't watch it. Did he win or lose?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
You got to Google it.
Guys, what was it called? Creator Clash.
Creator Clash. H3 Creator Clash. I thought he fought Frazier.
That was yesterday. I didn't even fucking realize. Hey, AB, I'll dust you up, bud. I'll dust you up.
So wait a minute. Did he win or lose?
I'm looking.
Today. Where are you at, John? What city?
I'm actually up here in Ontario, Canada. You ever been to Canada, Jimmy?
I saw a sign, John, drink Canada Dry, so I went up there.
You went up.
We need the Canadians, so the Jews have maple syrup for the pancakes on Sunday mornings.
Okay. For likes of HB, who won? Fucking tell me who won.
Who won?
I don't know. I can't see. AB's not. Oh, here he is. Oh, he knocked AB out in the first round.
AB went south?
Yeah. It looks like Dad bots AB.
You want to fight Dr. Fidel? He's pretty big.
Who the hell's
that one up?
Dad versus AB.
So wait a minute. Who did AB fight?
Yeah, so Dad kicked the shit out of AB.
Wait a minute. Who did he fight?
This old man named Dad. He's like 42.
Wait a minute.
He
fought a guy older than him and he lost?
Yeah. Dad, I'll fuck you up too, brother. No question about it.
What, are you a fighter, John? Are you a boxer?
I played hockey my whole life, Jimmy, so not a boxer, but certainly not afraid.
You know, I was a boxer when I was 18.
You were?
Yeah, they called me Kid Candles. One blow, I was out.
You were blowing all the guys, I bet, in the ring, Jimmy.
Well, they called me Kid Candles. One blow, I was out. You son of a bitch.
Jimmy, I actually had a lot of fun chatting with you today. We could do this again if you're open to it. It's
up to you. It's your call. It's your show.
Okay, buddy. Well, look, I hope I hope you had a good chat. I hope you're doing well. All the best
I'm
to you,
all
brother.
right now, but my wife's giving me trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
She cut me down to sex twice a month, John, but I'm lucky. Ethan and Zach, she cut out completely.
Jimmy, you're a rare gem. You know that, friend?
I'm all right now, but your girlfriend's trying to pop in here. Hello, honey.
She's telling me I got to go.
All right. Have a great day, but don't have a pleasant evening.
Okay, brother. Well, look, I will be in touch. I'm going to post this interview on my Instagram. I'll tag you. All the best, brother. You stay safe.
I love you. Thanks for having me on, young fella.
Take care.
Peace and love.
All right.